Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we are back with another slime video, and we're going to look at the new Chamber of Memories and Contracts stage, the brand new event that's come in for the 2-year anniversary. It is a permanent event, so it will always be here, and we are slated to get more levels of each stage, or at least for one stage. So we look at this, it does outline that we will get the initial 3 on the 13th, and then we'll get another one on Sunday night, and then on the 20th, 24th, and 27th. So we'll get 4 more stages by the time the next meta rolls around, and this has no end date, right? So this is a permanent event. Now, I haven't taken on all 3 of these. I've only done the Chamber of Truth, and that's what today's video is going to be centered on, because it is the easiest stage by far, but also the most specific stage by far, because there's only realistically one team that you can bring in here, and that is the Light 3.0 team. You cannot bring any EX characters, so it's going to be limited. If we look at the enemy itself, Diablo, he has 1.6 million HP. There is no other team that can realistically do 1.6 million except for the Light 3.0 team. All right, there's just literally no way, and you need pretty much the entire Light 3.0 team because he has 100% stun resistance, which means you need to bring Light Lumi not only to deal with this and lower that down to 0 so Raphael can actually stun, but it's even set up for a Lumi turn 1 hand with 2 greens that you need to change. So if you don't have the Light 3.0 team, which is going to look like this in some way, shape, or form, you're gonna have a bad time. And by bad time, I mean you might as well just leave it alone for now. Until you get, at the bare minimum, Raphael and Valentine and Shuna, Protector Shuna, there's just no point in trying the stage. Which is unfortunate, but it's also good that it's permanent, which means that you will be able to acquire these units because they are in the general pool now. Eventually, you will get there. Eventually. And, the reward is just 1 EX shard, so it's not like you're losing out on a whole dupe of somebody. So, take your time, don't rush it. The other stages may take a little bit more thought behind them because the team comp will be different, but, it is what it is. So, Shuna stacking Pierce Power and Stun Strike, Milim giving the attack buff and the light resistance down, plus being able to orb change. Dark Lumi, since we can't use any other EX characters, I would have brought EX Summer Shizu for the weakness strike. I would have brought the Vengeance Veldora for his permanent stacking buff plus Vengeance, but we can't use them here. So the next best, I think, support unit to help this team do more damage, because we already have many things covered, is Dark Lumi and the extra 80% ult damage we can get because she is skill fused. Raphael is also skill fused, which means that not only Raphael but also Lumi and technically Milim can do more damage because everybody will get the extra 40% stun strike. Shuna is here as a cheaper option for the orb change. We can't bring Guy, we can't bring Megamine, so she is the best option. And then Lumi here is she is absolutely 100% necessary. Like, if you don't have Lumi and you have Shuna and Raphael, I still wouldn't even try it. So, unfortunate but true. We've got 3 different characters giving us protection gauge. Lumi does it turn 1, 2, and 3. Rimuru does it turn 1, 2, and 3. And then Xion does it every 2 turns. Raphael does it every 3 turns. This Lumi does it every 2 turns. We have a lot of protection traits going on here that will guarantee us a lot of gauge turn 2 and turn 3. So let's go ahead and jump in and just test it out. Alright, so turn 1 is built for the Lumi hand, so we'll go ahead and bring her in. We'll bring Shuna in. We'll just bring Lumi in, because we're going to have enough to get a double protector turn 2 anyways. So we'll use the orb change. Lumi is not skill fused, so I don't want her to be skill fused for this. So we'll do this, and no, we'll do that. And so yeah, between the traits of all 3 of these characters, we're going to be able to get double stack of Shuna next turn, which is going to be very, very important. I'm fairly certain that Raphael by himself can nuke this down, but also having a single target in Hanada. Alright, the counter's unfortunate. That's Oh. Okay. Well, yeah, we can work with that. So let's go ahead and use Valentine's buff. She's going to heal a little bit, and then we can just swap her out for Milim, who's going to steal all of those, and we have a magical 6-hand. And we can use double stacks here to give all 3 of our light units the Pierce Power and Stun Strike, and then we'll swap out for Shuna, because we want this Milim in the back all the time to be able to come in for this specific purpose right here, where we can bring her in for whoever has the most orbs and kind of take some of that RNG away. So, alright, I mean, we're up to a great start already. Turn 2 is always like the decisive point where you either reset for a better hand or you continue. That was a great turn 2. Now we have enough points to do almost anything we need. Yeah, like that. So, we'll bring Milim back in again for Shuna, who's going to change the orange and the green, and then we can use Lumi's green, and then we're covered again. So this is working out quite well. Quite well. And because, you know, all 3 of us are up front, let's use the next stack. So even if we don't get a Milim ult, it doesn't really matter. She's AoE. She's here more for the support and the orb changing, which she's already doing fantastically. Let's get her out, and we should have enough points to orb change and use the next stage of the alt buff, and we're going to make all of it back, essentially, this turn. The thing is that getting alts slowly is actually what we want, because I don't want to have an alt sitting here with Raphael the entire time, because I don't want to send it early, because there's no guarantee I'm going to get it again. You could get lucky, and you could get a lot, but at the same time, things could also not go your way. Okay. I'm not going to use the next stage of this cut. 65 points. Yeah, we're going to have to use a few orb changes here to get out of this. Let's do Milim in for... Yeah, we're gonna need all 3, huh? So, hold on. So, Milim's going to take this orange and this green. That's 65. 65, so 120, 130... So 155. 155. Ooh, we are 1 point shy. Okay, well, yeah, so we're not going to do that. We'll bring you in for Lumi. We'll go ahead and steal those again. And then we'll put another stack on. Well, 2 stacks, actually. And yeah. And then we'll bring in Water Shuna to change those oranges, and we'll use Lumi's orb change. And yeah, we'll be looking quite nice. Quite nice. Milim has no ult gauge whatsoever. That's fine. She's not the point of this. So, 1 and 2. Yeah, 1 point. 1 point away. Oh well. It is what it is. This is still working very much in our favor. Alright, we have an ult for Shuna. We're going to send that, because there's no point in holding on to it. It's just going to mess around with our hands in the next, 4 turns. Okay, that's something, isn't it? Yeah, that is definitely something. Alright, I think we're gonna have to sacrifice this turn and just get rid of these greens and this ult. So this is a bad hand right here. This is a very, very bad hand. I'm gonna just bring Valentine in for... let's see, for Raphael, and we'll just use her next stage. This will be the 3rd of 4, and then we'll just get these out. I don't want them here. That does not get the Lumi ult, which is good. 243 points means we still have enough to do some decent orb changing, and hopefully this next turn works out a little bit better. We're still 100% gonna kill this guy when we get to turn 8. But that just slowed us down a little bit as far as our stacking is concerned. So... Okay. Yeah, about that. About that. So, steel... Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll get Lumi's ult. Guaranteed. Well, actually, we'll probably get Raphael's ult as well. So let's take Milim out. So, I mean, we're on turn 6. It doesn't really matter. Okay, that does get us both alts, plus 2 more stacks. So we're ready to go. We're just going to wait for, I think his defense drops on turn 8, just like everything else. Also, we have to wait to turn 8 to be able to use the Lumi skill at maximum power. So now it's just kind of holding. Let's go ahead and put 2 more stacks on. Now, as far as like alternates are concerned, like you kind of need the light team, like I was saying. Like this team runs very efficiently because it buffs itself and everybody works well together. Trying to bring somebody else, like I tried using the water team on this, it's a joke. After turn 8, he heals like 500,000 HP, and I think the Hinata ult did like 300. So bringing the water 2.0 team is not a viable strategy to win. He just has too much, and you don't do enough damage. Like I've never have I seen the water team do 1,000,000 damage, even combined ults. It does like 600,000 or something. It's not going to win you the fight. I think we just chill. Yeah, I think we just chill here. So we'll just do that. We're going to be fine. Shuna doesn't have any like big time charm on that's going to help our damage out. It's just extra protection gauge on blues, which is, very helpful getting to this point, but not going to, hurt us when we are not able to use it on this turn. So yeah, the defense goes away. Now he only has crit resistance, which again is going to limit you. You could bring Fire Milim if you wanted to seal that, but instead of Dark Valentine, that is a viable substitute. But critting on the stage without sealing it is just not something that you can bank on. So let's get the alt buff on here, and then we'll bring Milim in. Do we have enough to use the last stack of Hinata? No, we don't. Okay. Or not Hinata, but Valentine. We don't. So we're going to be at 60% extra from Valentine, plus the 70 that we got from Shuna just now. And that's, again, totally fine. Like, we're gonna kill. We got 2 single target alts, so we're going to be buffed up. We have to remember to use the Valentine skill first before attempting to stun, because he still has his 100% stun resistance. Like, we have to lower that down first and then stun. Because if you do this and then that and then that, the stun's going to try and hit, it's not going to work, and then this will kick in, and we could have stunned. So you have to do it in order. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So there you go. Now the stun kicks on. Alt resistance down, the pierce, the light resistance, the attack buff. And he has 1.4 million HP left. And we're gonna say, sayonara. Get out of my face. We'll watch these alts, because I don't see them very often. But yeah, that's how you clear the stage. And it's honestly the only real way to do it. And that's just the truth of the matter. So, I mean, I'll try a substitute team. 1 million for Lumi, which means that Raphael's gonna do like 1.5 or something, probably, because Raphael's level 120. Has the extra alt damage from the ability board and just higher stats in general. So a 1.39. Okay, so I mean, we would have one-shot him regardless. So there we go. That is the the real team clear of the Chamber of something. I forget what it's called. Let's see who we can substitute out for some of these support units and see if it can still work. Alright, I'm going to try this. We swapped out Lumi and Milim for Milim and Rimuru. So we're losing the attack buff and the light resistance down, but we're going to see if we can get this Milim with all the stacks plus her Drago. We're going to see if we can have her hit a respectable number or not, alongside Raphael and Lumi, who again are pretty necessary. So I guess Milim is not going to get the extra 40% stun strike because she is not on New Year's Blessing or Otherworld Legend. So she will probably still hit less, but hopefully we can make up for that with Milim's Drago skill and enhance the amount of stun strike and pierce power that we're going to have. So, I mean, we're probably just going to bring you back for the nuke turn to see if it's even possible. I won't make you sit through all of it, so hold on. Alright, we are back on turn 8. We're just shy of double stack of Shuna, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and use the alt buff. We've already used the Drago and the space buff on Milim, so we don't need to use those anymore. Let's take you out for Rimuru. This is just proof of concept here. We know that the light team can do it. We know that Raphael can do it, given that we concentrate all the stacks on him. But this, I just want to see what the damage Milim's going to do without being type advantage and all that, but still having the primary buffs plus her own. So let's take you out because we need everyone else up here. Get the final stack on. So this should be the same amount of stacks as we got last time. Maybe one extra, actually. And now let's light buff and lower the stun resistance, stun, pierce power, pierce and stun strike. So, and then we'll check out Milim's stats. So here she's going to have, because it's going to look higher now because of Drago, 108 pierce power, 108 stun strike, 60% space attack, 24% attack. The light attack doesn't matter, and then the 120% pierce rate, which also doesn't matter. Alright, so he has 1.45 million HP. Let's go ahead and send these orbs. We'll send the Milim ult, and then maybe we'll clean up with the Raphael ult. Who knows? 42k every orb, and okay, I mean, that's decent damage. Milim ult. I mean, if she can do, like, 800 or something, like, I don't know if that's actually possible. I mean, it might be. And we're going to find out, aren't we? 490. Okay, that's actually a lot less. 500. Oh, we didn't kill, actually. All right. Well, I mean, that's pretty telling because we're going to do this, and he's going to heal like 500,000 HP or something, and that is probably just out of the realm of something that we can deal with. Okay, Milim not quite able to cut it. That extra attack buff plus the light resistance down definitely does help everybody. So yeah, 400 something K HP that he just healed, and he's probably gonna do it again. I mean, we can try and continue now because it's not like we're down and out. It's just we're now kind of in a low health situation. So let's get Milim out since we know that she can't really cut it now. She can't really cut it. We'll send this and we'll just start kind of trying to build back, and then we'll see if we can just take him out later on. 15k, not great. 6,000, 7,000. Does he heal every turn now? Or is it going to be like every other couple turns? Because if we can get back... Oh, he's doing a lot more damage now. That's not good. That is not good. We have a Lumi ult, which is good, you know. It's just that, can we get a Raphael ult on this turn? I mean, we might take a casualty here. We might take a casualty, so we'll do these. That'll get us, we got another blue coming in, so we can swap out both of you low HP. Hopefully this one blue orb is enough to get the Raphael ult, because if it is, I'm fairly certain that we can still kill. Because we'll have enough points, I think, actually. Not with the higher cost. Hold on. We'll have to do some quick math. 15k, and then does he heal? Another 490k. I don't think someone's going to live this ult. Not with him buffing up everything. So, what's the point spread looking like now? Calculator, because I don't want to do this math. So, 75 times, what, 3? We're not counting the space buff, because that's going to be not really that useful. Oh! I can only use this once. Ah. Alright, well, no, I think that pretty much cuts it out then. I mean, we'll try it. We have enough points to use everything else. But the fact that we can't use this to give us the stun resistance to be able to stun him is going to cut our damage literally in half, right? Because we're stacking stun strike and pierce power, and if we can't stun, we don't get stun strike. So, yeah, I don't really see this working out. Let's take Rimuru out. We'll get the alt buff. Oof. Oof. I mean, if we are able to do it, then, I mean, that's great, but I really don't have high hopes for this. So, I guess we have enough to do everything else, though. Maybe, kind of, sorta. Let's find out. Millum, 1 damage. 141k. 202. Alright, so yeah, okay, yeah. You pretty much need to focus on the light team. Millum as a sub DPS isn't going to cut it. And then someone... Oh, well, Raphael lived. But still, we can't stun him anymore. So, alright, well, there you go. We can just quit out of this. We know the light 3.0 team would do it. If you don't have the light 3.0 team, just hold off. You're not really missing out on too much here. And then once you get the light 3.0 team, you can just come in and just mollywop it. But yeah, that's it for me, guys. Take it easy, and I'll see you all later.